3, 2, 1.
So what's going on, everybody? I'm Uncle John, and this is Tequila and Things. On this particular episode, we are going to have a little fun and talk amongst our tequila group of friends and talk about why we are, or what is a tequila snob. And then, of course, we'll describe why we are a tequila snob. So anyway, what I'm going to be sipping on is the Fasote Blanco right here, right? This is one of my newfound favorites. I tried this a couple months ago, and then at a restaurant, and I was like, this shit is amazing. I actually was really impressed by it just because of the flavors that it came with. It wasn't just like your normal kind of in the middle of the road Blanco. It actually had a lot of character to it. So that impressed me. And then after that, I'm going to kind of switch over to the single barrel El Tesoro, which I haven't opened yet. So I'm going to rock with that for a little bit.
I don't have single barrel, but I do have the Añejo.
The Añejo was just as good as like
and the Blanco.
Yeah.
And the Repo. And the Paradiso's up there as well.
I haven't opened that one yet. I have that one too. Do you like it? Have you tried it?
The Paradiso's amazing.
Ah.
I have the regular extra Añejo. I just haven't opened it yet. But the Paradiso's just out of this world.
Got it. All right. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? Talk a little bit about your experience, I guess, and your Instagram page, what you aim to do, and then we'll get into the show.
Sure. Yeah. So I am the Tequila Encyclopedia. My real name's Marissa. I started my page about 2 months ago because my personal page, I just kept making about tequila, and people kept saying, well, why don't you just separate those two things? So I did. Kind of one night, I just did it. I've been into tequila probably for about only really a few years. My family's been going to Mexico about twice a year for about 20 years.
Okay.
And somewhere along the lines, I just started trying it. And as most people do, my gateway into really good tequila was extra añejo.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, in my case, Cava de Oro.
Yo, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
One
so
of my
I just
favorites.
what happened was I walked into like a little tequila bar in Cabo.
Yeah.
And they poured this for me, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. So I always keep a lot of this in my apartment. I probably have a case right now. The extra is really good, but I kind of stepped down now to the añejo because I think it's a little less sweet.
Yeah.
But I always keep that, not Activo, around because I like to use it as my gateway to convince people who like tequila. If they like that, then I step them down the line.
I'm like the big brother, so I do the same thing. So when my siblings and their friends come over, that's what I introduce them to, is the Cava de Oro extra añejo. I'm like, look, see, it's not that bad. You don't have to shoot it. You can just sip on it, and it's cool.
You sip it. Yeah.
So that's how I introduce them. That's the gateway. Yeah.
So I had someone over the other day, and I poured him Herradura Suprema, and they shot it. And I lost it. Like I haven't been that upset since probably the 2001 World Series.
Right.
When Luis Gonzalez hit that game-winning single
Right.
against the Yankees, but that was very deeply disappointing to me. So what I learned was I start everybody off with hold on, give me 1 second.
Sure. While you do that, I'm gonna pour my first glass.
Yeah, so I start everybody off with this, which is like unbelievable. It's Kirkland, and I have them try it, and if they love it, then I keep them around the Kirkland level, and if they hate it, then they get upgraded. But it's kind of like, it looks beautiful, right? And Kirkland's not bad. It's a nice harbinger to see like where they're at. So if they're really good, they move up the line. But if they kind of love the Kirkland, then they get to live in like Herradura and 1800 land all night.
Do you live on long? Are you on in Manhattan or like where?
I'm right outside, so I'm in Hoboken. So if you look at Manhattan, on the west side of it, you have Hoboken.
Yeah.
It sort of borders a good chunk of it. So like if you were to leave my apartment and go straight out, you'd hit the Vessel, which is like that really ugly thing that looks like a beehive.
I know what you're talking about. I got you.
Yeah, it's ugly. Yeah.
I worked in Rochester for a bit. I worked at what do you call it? I was in now I'm going blank. I forgot. It's not even that long ago. The city right above the Bronx, Yonkers.
Yonkers. Oh yeah, no. One of my really good friends lives in Yonkers.
Yes, I worked in Yonkers for about a year. So
amazing. They have really good pizza there.
That's what everyone says, but I can't even eat pizza. So it's
why? Are you gluten free?
Yeah, I am lactose intolerant. Even worse.
Oh, me too. Come on.
No, we don't want them problems. We don't want them problems. All right.
Yeah, no, they have good pizza though.
True story. All right, so you already poured yours?
Yeah, no, I can. I'm gonna go Tesoro, I think.
All right, Tesoro first. All right, so
Pensacola
as oh,
cap.
yeah, that's a 100.
Yeah.
So like the thing about this show is it's not necessarily about the tequila, even though it is, but we're gonna focus more on cheers, the topic. And this topic, I want to say, hey, what's going on? Hey guys, we're just kind of warming up, talking about a little bit about our story, who we are a little bit, and then now we're about to get into the meat and potatoes of Marissa's story, which is why are you a snob? And after that, tell me your snob moment. Like you were out with a friend, something happened, and they're like, really? Like you're a snob.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by saying if you go out with a bunch of friends and somebody has an objection to drinking Carlo Rossi wine, nobody calls them a snob. They think that they're classy, right? Whereas if I'm out at a bar and I refuse to drink Casamigos, everyone thinks I'm kind of a jerk. But in actuality, it's kind of the same thing. And so for some reason, it's always been that wine makes you classy and tequila makes you trashy.
Ooh.
But if you think about it, tequila has a lot more history to it. And frankly, I think in the last 10 years particularly, the innovations they've made with tequila, if you're not paying attention to them, you're kind of missing out. And so if it makes me a snob to pay attention to some of the innovations they've been doing and some of the really cool things, like I have a bottle right here that's aged in red wine barrels. I have a bottle here that's aged in Buffalo Trace barrels. Like that's really cool stuff.
I know.
And if that makes me a snob, then fuck it, I'm a snob.
True.
But yeah, no, I don't drink Casamigos, and I refuse to date anybody who drinks Casamigos, frankly, either.
All right, so what? Give me that example. I know you kind of like went over it and you kind of said like, if I go to a bar, yada yada yada. Give me a good story with it though. Give me an example of when this has happened and they've looked at you like, is this bitch for real right now? Like,
my favorite thing is when you order something neat and they just like they put a lime with it. Like you say neat and they're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna put ice in it and I'm gonna give you a lime. And like classically, if you say neat, like, hey man, I want scotch neat, nobody's gonna throw a lime on there or an orange on there. But with tequila, for some reason, they put the lime on there. So when I first started the account, one of the first things I did is I started this hashtag Flick That Lime, which coincidentally, when you look at Flick, when it's all like in lowercase, it looks like fuck that lime, which I'm super into. Because fuck that lime, right? Like lime is made to cover the taste of tequila.
right.
So
right.
like an orange complements it, a lime covers it. So if you're drinking good tequila, I don't want a lime. That's horrible. Why would you, like, you wouldn't give me a grape with wine.
That's bullshit.
So yeah, it's bullshit. So yeah, I would say one of the moments, like a lot of moments actually continue to happen.
Sure.
I went to a tequila bar earlier tonight, in fact, and they're really cool. They know me, they know.
Which one?
And it's in Hoboken. It's called Orale.
Okay, I haven't been there.
So shout out to Orale. They're really cool. They're all working tonight. I told them I was going to be on, and they're like, we're working. But no, they know their shit. They just got mi gente in. They got mi gente Blanco Reposado. I tried Suerte for the first time tonight over there.
Did you like it?
I'm supposed to say yes, but I didn't like it. It was a little peppery for me.
Okay.
The Blanco.
Yeah. Whatever is the truth. I mean, how you feel is how you, what you taste is what you taste, right? Like, so.
Yeah. If I was going pepper, honestly, I'd go G4 just because I like the history of it. I like the story behind it. But yeah, no, I mean, it was good, but I would go G4 before I did it. But mi gente is amazing. Mi gente Blanco is just out of this world. And then I tried Luchador 100 proof, which was really good.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like, honestly, that's the snob part. When you go to a bar and you're like, hey, what do you have? And they're like, oh, well, obviously we have Casamigos. Obviously we have Patron. And then maybe Espolón or Cuervo. Yeah. And then, you know, I went to a bar a few nights ago and I was with a friend and we're like, hey, what do you have? And they're like, oh, we have Casamigos. We have Patron. And I was like, okay, do you have anything else? They're like, oh, well, we have a lot of Casamigos. And so no joke, my friend looked at me and he's like, do you want to leave? And I was like, yeah. And we got up and we left.
You're like, I'm walking out on Casamigos.
Yeah, he's like, hey, man, like, I'm cool with you asking because there's a chance that there's something good. But the one bar that I go to in Hoboken, honestly, other than like tequila bars, happens to have organic. So they started carrying organic. I wish my lights were a little brighter, but so yeah, I go there all the time because it's kind of like, you know, you don't want to drink the standard stuff. If I have to, I'll do it, but I'd rather not. So why not go to a place that has the good stuff?
So let me ask you this real quick. This will be my last question on this.
Sure.
If you go to a place, they
Yeah.
have amazing food, but
Yeah.
a shitty tequila list, what do you do?
I don't go to that place.
No.
No, okay, so no joke, no joke. I went to a place tonight and we're about like 10 or 15, 10 minutes in, and the person I'm with is like, oh, so like, what are you gonna get? And I was like, honestly, I think I'm gonna do the flight. I'm probably gonna do Blanco, but I'm debating Reposado flight. And he's like, no, like I meant, are you getting a burrito or a taco? And I was like, oh, I don't know, man. Like I haven't even looked at that. Like that's secondary. I'm talking about the drinks.
The food is first.
Also, somebody just commented, why hate on Clooney? That's funny because
Yeah.
Clooney hasn't owned that shit
He
in
sold
a
it.
while. He sold it.
He sold it. He's out.
It's Diageo,
Yeah.
which is headquartered in Connecticut.
I didn't know that.
Also, I'm supposed to, yeah, no, because I used to work across the street from them.
Okay.
I'm supposed to call out 3 people who followed you first.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, so the first was the Sugary baking company, which makes like amazing stuff. And if you give me 1 sec.
Do they also do infused? I saw them jump on. Do they do infused? Huh?
I'm gonna blow your mind. Give me like
Go ahead.
talk for 20 seconds. I'm gonna blow your mind.
Right. Hey everybody, so just to catch you up, we are just talking about why Marissa is a snob and how she will not sit at the table if all they have is Casamigos. And also she will look at tequila first before she even considers what she's eating for tonight.
Cava de Oro cookie made by the Sugary Baking Co.
Nice.
For my birthday. How cool is that?
When was your birthday?
It was in March, but like I can't eat them. They're too beautiful.
Do they ship?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll post it when I'm off. I'll put it in the comments. But the Sugary Baking Company makes unbelievable stuff. They can do anything, honestly.
All right.
Yeah. And then I'm supposed to call out Art Zavala, who has 813 tequila, which is not to be confused with the 818, which we all know is garbage. I'll leave that right there. And then, yeah, the third person has to be anonymous, so we'll leave them anonymous.
Well, appreciate all 3 of you guys and your support and showing love and joining in tonight and learning why we are snobs. You converted me to love tequila.
That's so exactly the Sugary. So that's the Sugary. That's who made this.
Yeah. So you gave her Cava de Oro. You gave them Cava de Oro first. Like, is that what you gave?
No, you know I start everybody with the Kirkland.
Oh, that's right.
No, but no joke. The Cava honestly works pretty well on just about everybody. If I ever meet somebody who shoots it, they leave. I send them out.
Yeah, you gotta like, wait. Like, you know what I mean? Like in slow motion, reach out to them. What are we drinking? So I'm drinking Fasote Blanco. And Marissa was drinking El Tesoro. Añejo.
Yeah.
The good old butter.
I start at the top and then I move down. So I'll go to Repo and then Blanco later.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I want to say thank you for stopping by. Like I said, I wish I could have us all on the same time. I'm going to get this fixed and get that right at some point. We'll revisit it again. And let's get someone else in to tell.
So do I need to like step out? Like what happens here?
Yeah. I think you can just quit. Because you're probably better at quitting this than you are at quitting good tequila. So let's.
Damn right.
All
And
right.
quick shout out, just like really quickly, to Great Lakes Tequila Company.
Great.
Gave me this incredible flask, which is just out of this world. So if you ever want to.
Flask though, like that looks like a decanter in itself. I feel like that holds a lot of liquor.
It holds 17 ounces.
That's a lot.
So if you ever want to BYO, I mean, you know, a few friends, this is nothing.
That's not gonna fit in your pocket. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't wear Janko jeans, so absolutely not going to fit in my pocket, but it'll fit in my handbag.
Handbag or a peacoat.
Yeah, and that's when you know you have a problem.
All
right. Well, anyway, let me pop out so that you can get a few people in.
All right. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Cheers.
Right. Later. Cheers.
And flick that line, baby.
Fuck it. All right. Let's see who's up next. Send me a request if you want to jump in next. We'll just do round robin and let everyone jump in. If not, I'll just pick you. So anyway, while we get our next guest, you guys can see I have my Tequila and Things shirt on. Shout out to Adolfo. We partnered up on this to create this cool design. And so, yeah. Let's see. Nope. Nobody yet? All right, then. Fine. Rudy, you're up. Sending out a request. All right, so while we get our next one, I'll give you guys an example of, I know why I guess I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to drinking in general, and especially when it comes to tequila. So if you go to a bar or to a restaurant and you sit down and you're getting comfortable and you're getting your chips and salsa, and the next thing you ask is when they say, you know, what do you want to drink? I want to see your tequila selection. Oh, he's not jumping on. Oh, all right then. Let's see who's next. Well, in the meantime, you're cooking. You don't need to eat. You just need to drink. What's going on? So anyway, and so if you are cooking and excuse me, not cooking, but anyway, you get your chips and salsa and you sit down and they kind of come up to you and say, hey, what do you want to drink? And obviously you ask for the menu. So I asked for the menu. You know, what's your tequila selection? And I started looking through, and I'm like, that's it. And then so I'm like, no, this is not gonna work. Let me go up to the bar and look at the rafters or the different shelves and see what they actually have. Then I feel like that's hitting tequila snobbish level. That's one of the things that I do when I go out, because I just can't help myself with drinking like the basic shit that they have on the menu. Unless you're going to like a good place, you know what I mean? All right. Let's see. Oh, does anyone else want to kind of tell why they are a snob when it comes to drinking tequila? Tequila, what's going on?
What's going on, bro?
But for somebody who don't know nothing about cigars, bro, I swear, everything I see with you has a cigar and some dope smoke. I'm just saying.
You know, my thing is, I'm very much like I am with my tequila. It's it's does this smoke have a huge name on it, and what's the price tag?
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that is just like it's all hype, it has a huge name on it. When I go and I ask my my main guy that gives me my cigar advice. If I ask him like hey, what's this name of this smoke? What's this name of that? As soon as he says no, then I immediately just go away from it. And through that, I've learned what are good smokes, what are not. Um, in terms of tequila, I definitely look at the price tag, but I also look and see how big of a name that it is. Like, if I'm seeing like normal tequila drinkers talking about it, then half the time I'm just gonna avoid the fucking tequila altogether.
Right.
If you really want to look and say, hey, that makes me a snob, then that's what I would say. But not only that, but I'm looking at what everyone else in the tequila community is talking about, or I'm looking and saying, okay, if this is a small brand, what's the price tag? Where is it located on the shelf? Um, where can I find it? Because the places that you find the bottle at, like if you go to a hood, you go to the hood and you find a bottle and you got a little twist cork. I'm avoiding it.
You already know.
Yeah, yeah. But if I'm going to like Benny's in Orland Park, where it's a higher end, suburb, wealthier individuals that are there, and it's one of those ones that I maybe have never heard of before, but I look it up on, Tequila Matchmaker, or it has a nice bottle, because I really think that if the bottle is not too if it's like if a bottle is not over the top, like the Casino Royale tequila, you know,
Right. MGM.
like right,
Okay,
uh,
so crazy.
right, you know, and that it's like, am I buying, um, am I buying for the bottle or am I actually buying for the sauce? Yeah,
It just depends. But hold on. So since we got people joining in, all right, guys, this is TLA, Tequila Lovers Anonymous. All right. And so he is joining in just to talk briefly about why he is a snob. Right.
yeah.
So, and then he'll give his story, and then I'll kind of give another example of what makes someone a tequila snob. All right. So go ahead, shoot, man. Tell everybody about yourself. You know what I mean? What you're about, and then why you are a snob. Because he tells his wife, "Hey, baby, I'm drinking tequila right now. You need to go to bed." I'm joking, of
No,
course.
it's all good, man. My wife be tripping.
Yeah.
There she is, right there. Look, she just came out. But no, you know, Tequila Lovers Anonymous. You know, I'm about trying to find those smaller brands and, you know, finding just a high quality tequila where if it has a price or price tag, then at least I'm finding that I'm getting a good pour. I know I'm getting a good pour, and then also just finding those unique bottles that, you know, many people aren't talking about. You know, you're not going to find it in an everyday store,
Right.
and you know, but you're going to be able to taste it. And it's going to be absolutely delicious. And in terms of me being a snob, I'll be 100% honest with you. I'm going to be judging you based off of the tequila that you pour up around me, and everyone in my neighborhood knows this now. You know, because if you bring some Avion, you know, silver, or you bring some Avion Blanco or some Avion Añejo, and it's not the Avion Reserva 44.
Okay, I'm about to 44. You let that slide? That's okay.
Avion 44, I let it slide because
Okay.
it's actually good, you
All
know.
right.
But if you're bringing a basic Avion or you're bringing some Patron, I got an issue. You know, we got some issues. We got to talk. You know,
Okay.
and if it's, look, she's trying to smoke my cigar. But you know, it's, if you're bringing something that I can go and find on a normal everyday shelf, I can go find at Meijer or a Walmart or whatever. You know, it's it's something that I'm not like. I can't drink with you. You know,
Mhm.
I'm gonna judge you and I'm gonna negatively judge you. You know,
Okay.
I'm not gonna knock you for it, but don't try to get me to drink with you, man. Because we,
Shut him down.
yeah, we on two different levels here. You know, I gotta, you know, if that what I would say that what makes me a snob
Okay.
when it comes to tequila, and you know, just how I'm looking at my bottles, how I have organized, you know, the price tag that I'm paying for my bottles, um, what I'm going to be pairing with it. You know, if I can pair a $5 cigar with a nice, an amazing bottle, then that tells me that this is a good pour.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What's going on, Meg? Then let me ask you this. Do you ever, so this is an example of a snob. Do you ever go to the store, like you were talking about Benny's, right? Or,
Mhm.
you know, whatever. You ever go to the store, see someone buying looking at tequila, and you see their hand reach out to a particular item on the shelf, and immediately you cut your eyes at them, and then you say, wait a minute, what are you doing? Don't do that. Here's a
A,
better option.
1,000% of the time.
If you do that, you are a snob. That's all I'm
Yes.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. 1,000% of the time. I've literally literally downed someone so much that they put back a bottle of Don Julio, normal reposado, and they picked up a Mastro Nobel Añejo special, limited edition, because
Right, right. Like,
I'm starting to talk to them. You know, I'm like, hey, you know, Don Julio cool, but look, bro, we gotta,
balance.
yeah, you gotta buy this. You gotta buy this. You know, so
I
it's,
feel like
it's
I'm like an honorary member at employee at Total Wine. Like I'm literally prowling the aisles, like looking at what people are buying. I'm like, as I'm looking, because I can spend like so much time in there just because I'm looking at everything, and I'm like, you know, I mean, let me, you know, and they'll like, because they a lot of times they kind of direct them towards what's going to give them the most revenue, right? Like what they get the most cut from. And so I'll kind of like, you know, there's a better option for that same price point, or if you spend a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like you get this. And so I'm constantly doing that at the liquor stores. Like I said, I feel like I'm an honorary employee wherever I go, and that lets me know that I'm a snob.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've gotten multiple job offers to come and work even part time at Benny's, because whenever I'm in there and I'm seeing someone reaching for Hornitos, like I just cringe. Like my stomach, my soul hurts. My tequila heart hurts.
Right.
You know, and I immediately have to go and correct them and get them in the right place. You know, and then when it comes to the selections, even at Benny's, you know, and all these other stores, I'm immediately going in. One thing to my uncle, he get the El Tesoro single barrel.
This is a single barrel. Yeah, this is a single barrel. I haven't tried it yet, so it's the first time.
I'm by the way, I'm drinking. You can't really see it. I'm out by a fire, and it's not bright enough right now. But I'm drinking Chula Paranda Extra Añejo.
Got it. How do you like that? Because I know that the Extra Añejo, is that the white and black ceramic bottle?
No, I have just a basic. I have the glass bottle. I don't have the ceramic bottle.
I got you. I was reading
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, if you can kind of see it, I'm trying to see.
Mm-hmm.
My fire's trying to get brighter. I like it. You know, for it to be a dessert tequila, you know, this is one of the better dessert tequilas that I have. You know, I think it's it's a great option for a palate cleanser from going from just the, you know, the peppery, the agave forward, you know, the well balanced ones. You know, it's great with you know, with a medium body smoke. You know, if you want to go with a Habano and with something like a dessert after the meal, it's delicious, man. It's absolutely delicious. You know.
Like I said, because I know I was reading up on it. I had saw like they had some someone had like a sale on it. It was a West Coast liquor store or whatever. It was either Chips. I think it was Chips because I shop there sometimes. They had like a sale. It was like $20 off. So anyway, I looked it up on it just to see what it was looking like. Was it worthwhile or whatnot? It came out to be decent. So I was just curious.
Yeah, I have so I work with, well, I give a lot of tequila advice to you know, some of the professional teams around here.
Right.
And I've gotten this to be one of the prominent NBA players in my area. I got this to be his favorite tequila now.
Oh.
Yeah. So every time I go to Benny's, he wants me to buy him a bottle. So, and now I got the extra añejo for his trainer for him to try, and we were drinking it on, was it Tuesday? We had a pour of it. We cracked it open, had a pour of it, and immediately he said it tastes like butter.
So I have more of a El Tesoro extra añejo, or kind of like that, or
I have not had the El Tesoro extra añejo.
Okay. Bro, I gotta come up to Chi-Town before it gets cold and kick it with you in Great Lakes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Great Lakes is about, I think, like 45 minutes away from me. So that's not that far of a drive when it comes to Chicago.
Right. So we all three of us can meet up and kick it or something like that.
Yeah, we can go to a nice tequila bars. Azul is a nice tequila bar here in Chicago, and you know, or we can hit up one of the rooftops. Great Lakes know about the rooftops, man. You're gonna want to go to one of the rooftops, bro. Those are dope.
I'm trying to go get some of his private stash. That's what I'm trying to get.
He's not gonna let you.
He ain't gonna let me in the door? That's all right.
What do you think, Great Lakes?
You gonna let us in? You gonna let us in? You know, we're just gonna knock a little bit. Just, you know what I mean? Just a little taste. Just a little taste.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bring out a nice bottle too. Something I haven't posted about.
I'll bring something up. We could do that. We'll bring some of the secret stash. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You know, we all got something hidden behind the counter that don't nobody know. No, we got.
Exactly. Exactly. You know.
Cool.
But yeah, man. I just want to hop on real quick, show you some
Appreciate it.
love.
Way to
You know.
show why you a snob. We appreciate that.
Hey, as I told people, I have some bougie ass taste buds, so you know, I'm not gonna hide it. So
All right, man. Appreciate the love and sharing why you a snob and what a snob means. Appreciate that.
definitely.
All right, later,
Later,
bro.
bro.
All right, y'all. That was Tequila Lovers Anonymous. So if you haven't checked out his page, please go do so. Oh, got a special guest. He's doing a lot of dope things up in the Chicago area, well, outside of Chicago. Let's see if SoCal gets on. Anyway, so while I wait for the next person to jump on, tell me, guys, what you guys sipping on? Go ahead and throw that in the comments. Let everybody know what's up, what you're sipping on tonight. I know it's NBA finals, so if you watching the finals, you're probably sipping on something. And if you eating this, you're probably sipping on something.
Hey,
Oh, there you are.
it works.
There
Little
we
bit of
go.
technical difficulties. How's everything going?
Hey, man, that's my life right now with Instagram, bro. That's how I'm feeling.
Oh man. Yeah, thanks for inviting me on. It's been a while since I've done any live videos for obvious reasons. But yeah, you actually made me grab a bottle, seeing what you're drinking. So I'm gonna crack this one open today.
Yeah,
It's
single
actually
barrel.
still plastic on there.
Yup.
So first try with you guys.
We're in the same category, man, because I just took
Yeah,
mine off.
yeah. That's why I grabbed mine.
Perfect, perfect. So
Oh
how's it
yeah.
going? How's the weather?
Oh man, weather's beautiful. Can't complain. Life's good. Tequila's great. Um, Life is beautiful, man.
Mm.
Oh, that's a good tequila. I've actually had a nice journey with tequila.
Okay.
Rudy could tell you too. I've just been meeting different people, different brands, coming across different Facebook groups as well. It's always fun, right? But yeah, like the Tequila Anonymous says, have bougie taste buds and like what you like. You can't, being a snob myself, based on the definitions you provided today, it basically told me, yeah, I'm a snob and I like what I like and I drink what I like, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I have a bottle of Chula.
Yeah.
People might say, oh, it's syrup or something like that. You know what? I haven't mentioned that distillery, but even if it is, I like it. I eat steak and I eat McDonald's too sometimes.
You
So
know
it
what?
works. Mm.
But that's fair. Like, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is what makes you happy. Obviously, if you want to pair your tequila with McDonald's, then you know what I mean. That's whatever makes you happy with your fries. I
No,
mean, I get
exactly.
burgers, but their fries are on point. I can't lie. Like they fries. So, do you mind telling everybody, I guess a little bit about yourself, and then again, go ahead and then jump into why you are a snob and what do you think makes a snob?
So, my name is Joaquin, actually, Tequila Jack, my English name, right? I started off a few years ago drinking Don Julio in 1942, not even knowing about the world, right? So it was
Mm-hmm.
like any regular Joe. I actually had a manager at this restaurant. I was in a business meeting, in a sales meeting. He goes to me and says, I want to try some tequila. I'm doing my sales thing. So I'm like, nah, I'm busy. Leave me alone. You go away. But he kept coming back with this bottle and two Cavassier cups. And I used to drink Cavassier all the time. So that was kind of like, that glass kind of
Yeah, they
hit
do.
home for me, right? So he came over with this bottle right here, Dulce Amargura. I don't know if you
Yep,
can see
I
that.
got it.
Yeah, you got it, right?
Let me
So,
grab.
so quick thing about that, while you can listen to me. The extra añejo is no more. So if you see this bottle, pick it up. Extra añejo is going to be gone because of the agave shortage. It's going to be only añejo going forward. I don't know if you heard me or not. Yeah, the agave shortage is real, man.
Okay.
So yeah, get those bats to pollinate. So anyway, he came over
Mm-hmm.
with that particular bottle. Not this bottle, but this brand. Gave it to me with a slice of orange, and it blew me away. And so I went to every bar, every liquor store, like, hey, I want this ceramic bottle. So everybody kept giving me Clase Azul. And I had Clase Azul because of that, and I was like, that's not it, you know, because it's different taste, right? It's reposado versus
Yep.
And so I went around looking for it, couldn't find it nowhere. And so that's how big of a snob I became, right? Ended up driving to Egypt to find it, and then got it for a few people that I really appreciate. Got it for my clients, and they appreciated that too. So it became part of me, right? And then I kept hating driving to Egypt, and I say Egypt because it was hella far. And so my wife was like, "Why don't you just give them a call and see, you know, we can work with them, do something with them. You're good at what you do." And I was like, you know what? Why not? I was in the food business already. So one thing that's another, and I'm in touch with these guys, and I'm selling in the streets of Los Angeles. And because I do disclosure, I do sell this brand. I try not to be biased or on online. I try to be neutral as much as I don't sell this brand. You know what I mean? I don't sell a lot of stuff I post because before I try to, like, you know, make it a business, but then I say, you know what? I have to really expand. And then when I expanded, some really things opened up for me. You know, got to try different brands, got to meet different people and different point of views. Because I've actually been to, I know Anonymous, he loves Insolente and Dinastía Real. I actually been to the distillery. I didn't see a diffuser when I was there. I'm going to go back and, you know, really confirm it. He tells me there's no additives, but I mean, that's what he's telling me. And the reason I'm a snob is because I went to the owner of this brand and said, hey, I want a little cool ceramic bottle. And he made this bottle for me. Custom. So it's 1 out of 300. It's online now. But I just wanted something beautiful and something different. Not that the other bottles are not. No. This is actually the 750, which you cannot find online anymore.
That's a dope bottle. Yeah.
So 750s are done. It's only the 1 liters. That are available in stores, but 750s are gone. And that's because it looks similar to other bottles. If you see the shape, I got somebody told me to put the lights on. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, you gotta turn the windows open, which is letting in a glare. Kind of creating a glare behind you. Yeah.
Is that better? Still kind of dark though. You see me?
It's dark though, but the glare is.
I'll put the light on. I wasn't ready for that call. I got put on the spot.
Exactly. Great Lakes Joe. So that's my next question. I was about to ask him, like, so how do we get a custom bottle? Can you let us know about that real quick?
Yeah. Come to Mexico. Come to Mexico with me.
When you going? You ain't said nothing.
I know, right? In the June.
Okay. And see now I can't go. I got the family vacation.
But the problem is,
right?
Okay. You have to commit to at least 3 pallets.
Oh, to bring it back. Oh, so so this is. Oh, I got it. So this is like a select, almost like a barrel program.
Correct.
Cool.
So that's what I did because I wanted something different for my market and stand out, and something nobody else had. And that's where I came. That's where I came from with that.
Got it. Okay. I mean, but I would love to be the fly on the wall that sees the snob get the ultimate bottle. You know what I mean? Made just for him though. So.
I wouldn't say it was just for me because it is available to the public. It's not just for me, but it was. Yeah. I helped pick the design. I mean, I didn't make it. I had a lineup, and I said that one, and that was kind of cool. You know what I mean?
That's still pretty snobbish. You'd be like, hey man, why are you a snob, bro? Because I got my own palette of tequila.
Yeah. And actually, you can ask Benny's to pick it up. They would get it, but it'll be the 1 liter, not the 750. How many cases in the pallet? Usually like 70 cases in the pallet. Yeah, hence the 300 bottles. See, 300.
I know in the bourbon world, for a barrel, it's going to be around, like, depending on the brands, anywhere between
the size
8 to 10, 8 to 10 grams, something like that. So,
cost wise, that's something offline we could talk about.
No, I'm not asking you to disclose that. I'm just saying, like, I'm just referencing because I know, like, with bourbon, that's because I've been in a lot of bourbon distilleries and they kind of talk about that. So, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, no kidding. No, yeah. But yeah, did I answer all your questions?
I mean, those were the main ones, right? So what makes a snob and why are you a snob? And I mean, you kind of definitely answered that. Like got your own palate of tequila. That makes you a snob, no doubt.
But so me personally, my collection is nothing that I sell. I did that intentionally.
Yeah.
I obviously this has sentimental value for me, so
Right.
I have this one. This one is still sealed.
We haven't opened that one, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be a gift for somebody because I owe them a favor. I paid for it, but I owe them a favor. So I shouldn't say that online, but
We'll talk about it.
yeah, talk online. Yeah. And this one, of course, because it has sentimental value too, I have this in my collection. But everything else, I do have a Dos Artes Extranejo because those are kind of hard to come by. I do have,
Real quick too, Tequila Encyclopedia was before you get off, talk about the LA Tequila Fest. Just make sure you kind of put that out there. So everyone
September 25 at the LA Historic Park. Is submission. You get a band and you can try over 40 tequila brands. Mezcals as well is going to be there this year. We have some keynote speakers as well as some stands with vendors as well. Now, the Tequila Fest is actually a fundraiser, just to be clear, for the Camarena Foundation, which makes scholarships for underprivileged youth in the San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles, part of Los Angeles. So it does seniors and grad students as well. And the beautiful part about this foundation is that you could win more than once. So you could graduate, go to college, and then if you want to go back for a master's degree, you could reapply and they'll doctor, you name it, you keep going. So that's why I volunteered to be part of that association. So giving back to the community is always part of me that I always wanted to do.
So do you need additional like volunteer staff, or is it better just to come in and attend? Like how does that work? Just so everyone knows if anyone's interested in doing it.
Yeah, for sure. So personally, I'm just a volunteer as well. I'm not part of it. I'm not associated with it. It's just something that I felt kind of aligned with my views and beliefs. Yeah. So I jumped on help promote. Now, if you go to the LA Tequila Fest link, you could sign up as an influencer to help support it as well. I mean, the more people that show up, the better for the foundation. Okay. I think last year was virtual because of the whole situation. Right. So this year, right? Exactly. So this is gonna be outdoors, and LA is gonna be open by then too. So yeah, it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be amazing. Lots of tequila for everyone. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. I know a lot of us are. We were talking about it a little bit last night where we were just playing around on here trying to get my technology to work, which is not working. But
no kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, so one more question. You said press passes.
You got to talk to the fest directly because I only gave me one myself. I'm gonna try to sneak in my wife, and go from there as well.
All right.
Yeah, but my honest suggestion would be go to the fest directly and ask them directly because I'm just a volunteer myself, like I said.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you jumping on and talking about being a snob and your big ass palate. Anyway,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Talk to you later.
All right, thank you.
All right. Yeah, for sure. We definitely are going. Let me think of another reason that you would be considered a snob. Let's see. I think I had another example. So, like I was talking to Tequila Lover Anonymous, if you have a bottle that you never show to anybody, that you will not open unless it is an extreme, wonderful, amazing situation, then you are a snob. If you are a snob like that, put that in the comment section. Let me know what kind of bottle you have hidden that's only for the snobbiest of the snobbiest of friends. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm trying to, there we go. Let's see. Who am I going to pull in now? Rudy, don't you run from me. Quavo Reserva. Oh. Hey, Marissa, they wanted you to come back, by the way. The wooden box. I think like one of mine would be the Herradura anniversary, the 150th anniversary. That's one of my snobbiest of the snobs tequilas. And then, of course, some of my Clase Azules. I don't know. Oh, she's cool. Coming back. The Tapatia. Okay. Let's see who's coming back. I got him.
What are we doing?
We're talking about being a snob.
I don't know nothing about that, man.
Turn around, look at your bar. That front row says snob. Like all of them. Even well, yes, you're nope. There you go.
I don't know why people call me Tequila Snob at all.
Maybe because it's written all over your damn paraphernalia. All right, so you know the deal. You know what this is about. What makes a snob, and give me an example of when you showed your ass that you were a snob. What are you drinking, by the way?
What am I drinking?
Yeah.
How about what am I not drinking?
Everything.
All right.
You're gonna make me
So
open.
we're only talking about the Tequila Snob stuff, right?
You're gonna make me open up another bottle. You know how you do. I know how you do.
No. I think we should do. I think should we do an impromptu? Just open up the window on the other side after we're done here.
All right.
You put 4 on here.
What are you about to open up?
How about for the Tequila Snobs, we finish off the Valon's Extra Añejo right there.
Do it. I actually don't have any lines out here. They don't sell that out here.
No, you can get it from Sip.
I know I gotta order it. I know I gotta order it. But like, there's something about like, so that's maybe one of my snobbish things. Like, I feel like I need to have it tangible. Like, I like to go into the store and like grab the bottle, look at it, read it, go through everything. You know what I mean? What's going on here?
For a lot of you, you should listen to the Agave Social Club, Doug Price's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
There's stories that are behind a lot of these bottles. There, a lot of great stories, things that I've learned from the families and stuff. So,
of course,
that's how I learned this. So, he said, "I'll go down to my dungeon." All right.
He's going to his dungeon bar.
We'll pull him up on the 4-pack with the dungeon. So, for me, it was the night the name came about, like 2005.
Yeah.
My buddy and I were drinking. We walked up to a bar, and we said, "Okay, what do you have for tequila?" And they said, "We have Patron. We have," and we said, "No." We asked you, "What kind of tequila do you have?" And the lady said to us, "Oh, you're those tequila snob type." And we kind of looked at each other and went, "Yep." She said, "I have Clase Azul." And we said, "Okay, we'll start there and then we'll figure it out." Well, she brought that down. I think the only thing else left was not much. So we just kind of said, "All right, we're done." And we left after one Clase Azul.
That was it.
That was it. Done.
Y'all are good at walking away, man. I give y'all credit. I don't know if I got to the point where I can walk away yet. I haven't gotten to that level of snobism. Snobdom.
There's two things I think about in that matter.
Yeah. And
that's one is for what I do, I'm probably going to take a picture.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to post it. Like earlier you guys said, I'm not going to walk into a dive bar and they have horrible tequila and post them. But if I walked in a dive bar and I posted, "Hey, look, this bar is the only bar I've seen that's got Fasote sitting there." Well, then, but that's one of them. That's one reason. The second reason is, do you really want to spend your money somewhere when you're not enjoying what you're drinking? If you're
the whole topic about what happens when it's free. Y'all know me. When it's free,
it's free. It's still in the bottle.
I can't do it no more. But I did have that experience recently where like I had a free bottle of Patron. It was some leftover, basically, and they were like, "Hey, yeah, take it." And I had like a little bit of it in a spicy margarita.
It's free. It's still in the bottle.
What is that?
Oh. I don't want to tell you. It's free. It's still in the bottle.
I mean, but that's your house collection. That's a different story.
No, people give gifts. People bring things. There's stuff that just sits in the bottle sometimes. But
no, that's true. That's true.
I tell people this too when they're like, "Oh, that's but it's tequila," and I go, Okay, let's change it. You're eating a really nice steak. You don't like the steak. You're mad. You leave, right? You're not happy with the service. So,
Right.
what's the difference? You only have Don Julio, or you only have Patron. Not happy. Gotta go.
I might send it back and tell them to cook a little bit more. That's all.
Fix that steak. Fix the steak.
Bro, I need my protein, man. I can't be leaving and not getting my protein for the night. You gotta understand, protein is a serious part of my nutritional diet. I got you. No, 100%. See, look, TLA said he'll drink some free Casamigos. That's what I'm saying. I mean, like,
Yeah, of course people drink free Casamigos. It's the añejo, right? That's what makes it snob.
now, if it was in like a Paloma or some kind of cocktail, would you do it then or no? Still no.
Yeah, because you're drinking a cocktail.
Oh, so you're only talking neat.
Neat.
Okay. See, you need to make sure you put that out there for the people.
Hey,
So they,
I put this in a cocktail because
oh, okay, cool.
for me, the cocktail, I'm drinking that for the cocktail, not for the flavor of the tequila I'm drinking.
But I will say I have had like some snob moments where I will ask, what are y'all putting in? What are y'all putting in that margarita?
Yeah.
And like, can I get this up, right? Just to make it a little bit more decent, because I won't take like that real. Like, and I feel like that's a snob moment. That's one of my snob moments when I ask them what are they putting in the cocktail.
Yeah. The guy, see the guy up there over my shoulder? Randy. He's a co-founder of Tequila Snobs.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife only drink margaritas made with Repo.
Mm.
That's it. They don't drink Blanco margaritas.
Mm.
So that's how you know.
Is that a snobbish or is that just like a preference though? Because right, there's some good.
You're paying for a higher end tequila to go in. So yeah, it's snobbish. And then the other thing, you talk about everybody drinks out of a shot glass, right? I mean, when you're at a place, the glass is the glass, whatever. But I will ask them literally, you see that champagne flute over there? Pour my glass, pour it in there for me. And they're just like,
that's some snob stuff, bro. That's snobbish.
but you know what? If they have real crystal, makes a difference.
Here you go, dinging the crystal. See? Oh, bougie.
What's your show about, right?
I know, man. This is what this was about. Yeah, I know it, 100%. But get it all out.
You knew I would come. You know I'd come on here and
Get it all out.
Right.
Get it all out. That's why we're doing it. Cheers.
For you, Mike. For you, Mike.
And my son over here cracking up.
Tequila Jack. For Miss Tequila Encyclopedia.
I will say, like, you're a snob when your kids repeat the different tequila expressions. What you drinking?
Watch this. Liana.
Yeah.
When you went to the party the other night, what did you drink out of everything that was there?
The tequila.
See, you drink tequila.
My son's sitting on the stairs laughing about it right now because he listens all the time.
You guys got your food? They're over there eating their dinner.
You're not getting on tonight though. He's trying to get back. You're not getting on tonight. Oh, you went on mute?
There we go.
Anyway. Yeah, so that's definitely snobbish. What I have about we get like an hour, or does it go over an hour now? Does it go over an hour?
Oh, I don't know. You can do. I don't know.
We'll find out.
I know the first one I did, it was just over an hour, but then the other one I did with 4, it was like an hour and a half. So
that's what I saw. I saw that. That's what I'm saying. So too much tequila?
Too much tequila. All right, man. So I'm gonna jump off and let somebody else jump on, and then,
all right.
Maybe we'll do a 4-pack, and I'll jump on and bring everybody on.
For sure. All right. Well, we wrap up pretty soon. I'm gonna bring Marissa back on, and we'll get ready to wrap up, and then we'll switch to the after party.
The after party. All right, man. See you later.
All right. Thank you. Welcome back.
Hey, what's up?
Are you not tipsy yet? Because you've been drinking for like 8 hours, I swear.
I've been drinking for a while. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I heard you mention Suprema, so I went and grabbed it.
Oh, see, I have a bad habit of when people bring out one, then I have to go get the same one.
Yeah.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
I've got some good stuff here, guys. While you're looking, check this out.
Show it off.
Look at that. And then actually, my birthday was in March, and I asked my dad. He said, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I said, "Tequila shelves." So there we go. Actually, I said picture shelves. My mom wanted to hear them as picture shelves, but they're tequila shelves.
See it? And you know what though? I got this one when I was in Cancun in December.
Oh, game on. Yeah, let me get my box. I got the box.
And I got it for like a really good deal though, like surprisingly.
I got it for a good deal. Someone bought it for me.
That's even better. That's better than my deal.
Boys buy me tequila. What can I tell you, man?
Man, I don't really get too many tequila gifts.
They give me flowers, and I'm like, I don't want flowers. They die. I want tequila.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Tequila.
It's like, if you knew me, you'd buy me tequila.
Right? You set up better than mine. But yeah, so I found that one for about like $1.80.
This?
Yeah.
I found it for about 2 hours of my time after a date. So I guess my time's worth $90 an hour. That's shitty.
I mean,
Post-tax.
it is New York.
No, I know. It should be more than that. Like post-tax. I mean, I should be charging at least like a extra añejo clase azul or something at this point.
You know, it is
A Campo Veda. I need a Campo Veda. So my mother is asking me what my favorite tequila is, which is hilarious because she's the one who got me into tequila.
Oh, that's your mom?
That's my mother. Rudy, that's my mom. So last night Rudy was asking about my mother, which is funny.
Wow.
But no, she got me. So
Lisa,
she got
what's
me
your
into
favorite?
tequila. Yeah, Mom, comment what your favorite tequila is.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Make me proud, please. She got me into tequila because we'd been going to Mexico, and I'm not a big drinker or anything like that, surprisingly. But she read The Patron Way, which is like the book about how Patron, John Paul de Joya, like started Patron.
Okay.
And she was telling me all about that. And then I went down to Cabo, and with a friend, we tried the Cabo de Oro, as I told you earlier, and we brought a bottle back, and we finished it within like the day. And then after that, it was on. Like, I had just bought my apartment, and I had like 0 bottles of tequila. And then after that, like I now have close to 100. So that's a year and a half ago. So you tell me.
She said Clase Azul.
No, Mom, no.
Oh, interesting.
No.
She's a snob. I mean, only a snob.
Mom, listen, I love you, but can you at least tell everyone about the Ardenam that I gave you for Christmas? Or like, there it is, Cava de Oro. I got her extra añejo Cava de Oro, and I told her the story so I went to visit Sip Tequila in March.
Down in Florida, right?
Yeah, they're unbelievable. They're so nice.
I heard about it.
They gave me all these glasses, and they gave me some hats. I'm a big hat person, despite like today. You saw me last night with a hat. They're just incredible. And so they were telling me the whole origin story of Cava de Oro and of Adictivo. And honestly, I think half of being a snob is the storytelling, right? So like if somebody gives you, a tequila and you're just like, yeah, I like this, I like Patron, I like Casamigos, but you have nothing behind it, which they don't because they're diffusers. Obviously Patron's Roca Patron is Tahona. But I think half of it is the storytelling. So if somebody, says, oh, like for instance, Código, it's a celebrity tequila, I just grabbed it, but it's like, oh, it's aged in red wine barrels. Like, that's a cool story.
Right.
Or, I don't know. I feel like half of it is the storytelling and the marketing behind it.
He's throwing out nothing but hard hitters. Look, non-Julio Real. Like,
hey man, the Real's my mother's. I actually bought my mother Real.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth the price, but if someone's willing to bring it to me, I'll take it.
Well, you seem like you get a lot of gifts, so I'm just gonna come.
I do. Actually, so no joke. I was looking at my tequila shelf the other day, my secondary shelf, and I was like, how many of these have I bought? So the Fuente Seca I didn't buy.
More? How do you like the Mio? Was it Mio Amor, right?
Amor Mio, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. How do you like that? We don't have that down here.
It's good. It's good. You know what it is? It's kind of like one of those like caramelly extra añejos. It's one of the gateways. So like I would definitely use that to get people into tequila.
Okay, okay.
But like these two, the extra, the añejo, I haven't tried either. I mean, I haven't bought either. I didn't buy this bottle. The Kirkland, I bought. I didn't buy this one. The Gritona was a gift. The Magenta I bought. The Forta was a gift. I bought the Don Alberto. Pasote was a gift. Completeness was a gift. Don Julio was a gift. The only ones in this entire section that I bought, no joke, and my mother bought me this, which is like a bull and a bear because I'm into the stock market. The only ones that I bought were this Cava de Oro, the Mexican version, the Cascajuin Tahona, and the Roca Patron Tahona. All the rest were gifts, man.
Whoa. What's the Mexican version? What's that?
Oh, shit. You want to see this? Hold on. I'm really short. I have to jump up. Give me 1 second.
I mean, I bought my bottle in Mexico, but I didn't know there's a difference. Like,
oh, baby, there's a difference. Let me show you.
all right.
So this is Cava de Oro Mexican version.
Yeah.
It's like a super old bottle, right?
Got it.
And now let me get the
Yeah, I have
version.
that one, even though I bought it in Mexico, but that's the one I have.
Yeah, this is the gringo version.
Right.
Although this is the extra. If you want me to get the extra actual añejo, I'm gonna have to take my my.
Yeah.
I'm short. I'm so short. I'm 5'2".
You gotta get your step up.
I'm going up. I'm all the way up. So that's the añejo.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little lit cabinet and everything.
Yeah. Look at this. Look, we're up.
Oh, the whole setup is nice.
Yeah, I'm super short. So it's funny. I started a new
lit up
job.
and everything. That looks really nice.
Oh yeah, it's good. I started a new job during quarantine. I switched companies, and today at work we were talking about how we don't know anything about anyone, like how tall people are. And I was telling everyone I'm 5'2", and they were like, "What? Like you're a big personality. You're not 5'2". It's like, yeah.
That's not bad. It's not 5 feet. You know what I mean? It's fine too.
I have an aunt who's 5 feet. She says that she's 4'12" though. She's like, I'm 4'12". I was like, nah, man, you're 1 inch from a government subsidy. You need to be 4'11".
Right, and a little bit below that, she'll get some extra money.
Yeah, my money, my taxpayer money.
No.
I don't know.
Apartment. Oh wow. Okay.
What are people saying? I should be looking at this.
Yeah, I'm looking. Love Art No Man for 1146, and then she was saying she needs a tequila shelves and a bigger apartment.
I need a bigger apartment?
Well, I think she's talking about herself.
Oh, my mother?
No, La Tequiliana.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say my mother doesn't need a bigger apartment. My mother's got a house. She's got 2 houses. I don't have a house. I have an apartment.
Yeah, so I got a townhouse. I'm down here in the South though, so it's a little, a little bit more affordable.
Well, last night we were talking about garages. I was talking about how I have like boxes of tequila like in the corner, because at a certain point you have to kind of hide them in places or else you look like you have a problem. And last night someone was like, well, just put it in your garage. And I was like, where am I getting a garage from? Like, I'm not getting a fucking garage. I wish.
Amen.
Yeah.
Like a whole overflow room. So.
Yeah, my overflow room is my fucking bedroom. Like, my favorite thing about, like, so I was looking initially to purchase in the city, and then I don't know, I have a golf habit, and I wanted my car, and so I moved to Hoboken instead. And my favorite question is, like, anyone from the city is like, oh, sick, like, do you have a washer dryer, right? That's their question. I was like, yeah, I got a washer dryer. But then people from the suburbs are always like, cool, how many bedrooms? Now, what's funny is if you're from the city, like asking if you have even 1 bedroom is like some bougie shit. I have a bedroom. Like, that's bougie.
That is, because most people have studios, right?
Studios, yeah.
Right.
And in the suburb, people are like, oh, you don't have 2-3 beds? And I'm like, what the fuck am I getting 2-3 beds, man? I got 2-3 tequila shelves. That's all I need. These boys are my bed.
That's it. You sleep with them at night.
Well, hey, now, I don't know about that.
You put them through rotation, like, tonight I'm going to sleep with, let me see.
With Don? Yeah, tonight's a Don Julio kind of night.
It's a Don Julio kind of night. You need the Don with you.
So this is actually my favorite. One quick story about this bottle.
Is that the Scotch one?
The Lagavulin, yeah.
Yeah, I have that one. Yeah.
I'm like obsessed with it. So actually, if you look up in my uppers, I've got like a few there.
You like it?
Yeah, like I don't even like smoky. I don't like mezcal, so I don't know why I like this.
Interesting.
Tastes like butter.
I heard people say like they didn't really like it much. Well, so I was looking at it on Tequila Matchmaker or whatever, and the rating was kind of like because they didn't like it. You know what I mean? But then I was like, oh, I still wanted it because it's kind of unique and it's one of those things, right? It's like, I got it. So
it's a beautiful bottle.
Yeah, I grabbed a bottle of that.
The red like catches the light. You know what I mean? It's like beautiful. But No, I went to this really cool rooftop, like very swanky rooftop bar. 2020 Valentine's Day happened to be on a Friday, right?
Mhm.
And you're working all day, like you get like I have a 9 to 5 that's actually more like an 8 to 6, at least back then it was. You get in early, like by the time it's like nighttime, you're freaking exhausted and you don't feel like Valentine's-y, right? So this guy was taking me to this like very swanky rooftop bar, like super swanky. You get there, it's like the lights are low, and I'm like, I'm not cool enough for this. And we sit down, and I'm like, all right, I just need straight tequila, but I don't know how to do that without looking like I'm an asshole. And so I never do this, but I looked at the cocktail menu, and it had this, it had like all these weird drinks, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing this. So the waiter comes up, and he's like, hey, what do you want? I was like, listen, dude, like I've heard that you guys have some unbelievable bartenders. I like tequila. Let the bartender do his thing. And no joke, they came back with this Manhattan, this Reposado Manhattan made with this. I went up to the bartender, like this is pre-COVID, so you could like talk to people without them feeling like you were gonna kill them.
Sure.
And I no joke, I went up to the bartender, I was like, dude, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's this bottle, it's unbelievable, blah, blah, blah. So I went and I tracked it down.
That's crazy that they sold that at a bar though. That's kind of cool.
They didn't sell it. I had to go find it, which I
Well,
did.
use it in the cocktail, right?
Oh yeah, it was in the cocktail. Yeah,
But
well,
I'm saying that's kind of cool. I've never seen like them use a unique tequila like that in a cocktail like at a bar. That's kind of cool though.
well, if you ever come to New York, I will take you to this cocktail bar because it is now my favorite.
I'll be back.
And no joke, the day that it opened up was like a Wednesday, and I went there.
I'm hard.
I like went to the city, which was by the way like super pathetic and sad right now, and I
Yeah.
went straight there. And okay, so fast forward, it's 2021. It's like March, and this bar opens for the first time in a year. And this bottle is now gone because it is now a sold out bottle. It's a limited release. So I go in there and like guns blazing. I'm like, hey guys, like I want a Reposado Manhattan. And it must be a new staff. And she's like, I'm sorry, a what? And I was like, just tell the bartender. So she brings this over and she's like, yeah, like we made it with this special tequila. And I was like, cool, cool. Tell the bartender I want to buy the bottle.
Mm.
And she's like, I don't think we do that. I was like, no. Just tell him. So she comes back. She's like, yeah. He said, like, if you want to buy it, like, you can, but you have to buy it at, like, the shot price, like, whatever we charge per shot. I was like, cool. I'll pay cash. Let's, like, have a negotiation. So she comes back. I like, negotiate it down. And no joke, I leave that bar with what I believed at the time to be the last bottle of Lagavulin. Well, because, like, think about it. It was like time stood still, right? Like, March happened. They shut the bar,
Right.
thinking they'd open after 2 weeks to slow the curve. And instead, it's like fucking a year later. And so I walked out with the bottle and I felt like I was the boss, right?
Yeah, no, you a snob because you bought the cash money. Like, yo, I want that bottle right now. Like,
Yeah, and I was like, I'll pay cash, and they're like, discount, and then they didn't even make me pay cash, like I paid card. But anyway, so I get home and I'm like looking online. I was like, I'm the shit. Like no, got out. I was like, aren't I cool? Well, it turns out like Casker's had like a fuck ton of these, so I bought 3 more, and they're all right up there.
man.
So I'm actually just an asshole who fell for it. But look, I'll show you. See, they're all up there.
Oh yeah, you got those cabinets set. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're sick.
That's dope.
And if anybody wants an apartment in Hoboken, like call me. My cap gains expire in a month.
No, I don't want an apartment, but I will come up and visit. Like I said, I gotta come back up there. Like I used to go to Black Ant all the time. You ever been there?
No, what, Black Ant?
Mm-hmm. So
Where is it?
they sell like they have like traditional Mexican fare, so they do like ant salt and like I forgot how you say the grasshoppers. I forgot to say it.
Wait, that's cool.
And then they have like, of course, like a lot of mezcals and stuff like that. So I used to go there a couple times. I went there a couple times. That's in the city. Where else in the city?
Tequila Jack, when's your birthday?
Yeah, there you go, Chapulin. Yeah,
Should I know what that is? I don't know what that is. I'm a gringo.
Cricket. crickets.
Oh, crickets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's coming
6/8. Oh, next Tuesday.
up
2
soon.
Tuesdays. Come to New York. I will take you to Biblioteca or to this bar that I was talking about is a Dear
I've
Irving
seen
on Hudson.
Biblioteca on Google Maps.
It's sick. So I made the mistake, like obviously like being a single person in like late 20s, early 30s, you go on the apps, right? And I made the mistake of like taking people, And like, okay, so they'll recommend places like shitty places with beer. And I'm always like, well, if I'm doing this, I want to do this. The problem is like, you can't spend a few minutes with the menu without looking like an asshole. So like, I look it up in advance. So I made the mistake, man. I take them to Biblioteca and I just look like an ass every time. Cause like you ask the waiter, like, hey, like, have you tried Fasote or something, right? And they'll be like, no, but Casamigos. And like, you're working at Biblioteca, man. Like, so I look like a jackass.
I mean, but you're a snob, so there's a difference between
I'm a tequila snob.
and your regular people. Like, you know what I mean? It's the same thing with bourbon and all the other, like Whiskey Boys, they're bourbon guys. These guys have a cool adult page, but it's the same kind of situation. Like, you're not going to get them caught drinking Jim Beam. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Because
I don't know so I knew nothing other than tequila, frankly.
See, so you gotta, so I diversified just a little bit. So tequila is my go-to, right? That's my favorite. The story behind it, I love it. And then like mezcals, because the stories are even greater with mezcals to me, to be quite honest. And
it's all about the story.
A lot of tradition, right? But I also like to get into the bourbons, whiskeys, rums. And then like I was talking on the podcast, I was like, you know, and gin, unfortunately, is still way down the list. Like,
Gin sucks.
She's cool, but I hadn't fell for it yet. You know what I mean? I'm working on it. So, anyway, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. It's been a minute, and I appreciate you jumping back on, finishing off. And then the guys are like doing another one, so I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're doing like all four because their technology works and mine doesn't, and I'm the IT guy.
Can I just say one thing before we close?
Oh yeah, what's up? Go ahead.
So I started this Insta like 2 months ago, and I remember going on one of these and watching everyone and commenting and just being so psyched that I could even interact with people of your knowledge. And I remember thinking, okay, you know, in a year or so, I'm going to earn the right to be on one of these. And I certainly haven't earned the right, but I am so flattered to be here. I can't even tell you. So thank you so much.
No, of course, ain't no earning the right. It's just about, as long as you're willing to talk and enjoy and learn and really like appreciate what it is, like the spirit that you're talking about, that's all that really matters. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us are just reasonable people who just really enjoy good spirits with good stories behind it. And so as long as you're enjoying it the same way, we all good. We all fam. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. It's always about the story.
All right. Until next time, and we'll do another one. Don't worry. I have a whole bunch of other stuff I'm gonna do. So like the whole point of this series is not just to focus on the spirit, it's to focus on real topics about like with real people. So and I mean we'll do it again. Anyway, thanks for everybody for stopping by and checking it out. And we will see you next time. So sip safely, and then we'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.